The Boy Who Ignored Elders. It was a crisp autumn morning when young Ethan set out on his usual trek through the dense forest behind his family's farm. At just 12 years old, Ethan was a curious and adventurous boy, always eager to explore the untamed wilderness that bordered his quiet country home. Despite his parents' repeated warnings about the dangers that lurked in the shadowy woods, Ethan often ignored their pleas and ventured deeper into the trees, lured by the promise of new discoveries. On this particular day, his grandmother had also cautioned him about the risks, recounting ancient folk tales of mischievous spirits and treacherous creatures that dwelled within the forest's darkest corners. "The woods can be a wondrous place, my dear," she had said, her weathered face etched with concern. "But they also hold many unseen perils. Promise me you'll stay close to home and heed the wisdom of those who have walked this land before you." Ethan had nodded obediently, but as soon as his grandmother's back was turned, he had slipped out the back door, determined to venture farther than ever before. The thrill of the unknown beckoned him onward, drowning out the cautionary voices of his elders. As he made his way deeper into the forest, Ethan marveled at the towering trees and the symphony of birdsong that surrounded him. The sunlight filtered through the canopy, casting a warm glow on the mossy ground beneath his feet. He paused to examine a colorful mushroom growing on a fallen log, his curious fingers tracing its delicate ridges. Suddenly, a rustling in the bushes nearby caught his attention. Ethan froze, his heart pounding in his chest. Had he wandered too far from home? What if one of the dangerous creatures his grandmother had warned him about was lurking nearby? Cautiously, he peered into the undergrowth, squinting his eyes to make out any movement. To his relief, a small rabbit emerged, its twitching nose and fluffy tail disappearing back into the foliage. Ethan let out a nervous laugh, chiding himself for his overactive imagination. Emboldened by his apparent safety, he continued on, pushing through the dense foliage with a growing sense of confidence. As the afternoon wore on, Ethan's exploration took him deeper and deeper into the forest. He marveled at the intricate patterns of the leaves, the gnarled roots that snaked across the ground, and the occasional glimpse of a bird or squirrel darting through the branches above. The further he ventured, the more he became convinced that his elders had exaggerated the dangers of the woods. Eventually, Ethan stumbled upon a small, winding stream, its clear waters sparkling in the dappled sunlight. Eager to quench his thirst, he knelt,